It had taken days of riding through the Himalayas to get here, and this was the day I would finally enter Spiti. But before leaving Nako, there was one place I wanted to visit. Looking at Nako from above, it was easy to see why this village is so special. Surrounded by towering mountains, with the lake quietly sitting in the middle, it felt like the perfect place to begin the day. Time is 9:46. It is the 10th of April. 10th of April, heading towards Kaza. 109 kilometers. There's the Gu Monastery, the Lepcha Pass on the way. I am not really sure if I'll be going there. It is a Friday. It is a work day. One thing I absolutely loved about riding through the Himalayas was the silent brotherhood among riders. Every now and then, someone coming from the opposite direction would greet you with a thumbs up, a wave, or the familiar biker salute. 30 kilometers into the ride after Nako, here I am riding in this ajeeb si jagah with the Spiti River just next to me. What a beauty, what a place. The roads remained smooth until Sumdo, and there were a few cafes along the route for a quick break. But once I crossed Sumdo, the road conditions changed completely. The roads have become real narrow here. Thoda dangerous hai. You'll have to be very, very careful riding here. Ek choti si galti and end of the story. This is extremely raw. बहुत risky है ये. At least that's what I feel. Maybe because I never rode on such roads. अरे भाई देखें. We've just crossed Q village. यहाँ थोड़ा गर्म है. मतलब the winds are still cold, but I still feel so much more warmer here. ठीक है. I think there's this blossom over there. Look at those mountains in the back. What a beautiful village. Spiti River down there. What is this place? Seriously, this is an absolute wild place. Lovely. From here, the roads became much rougher. Every few kilometers, I found myself slowing down and carefully picking a line through the broken sections. At one point, I spotted a trail leading right down to the Spiti River. It looked like the perfect place to stop for a few shots, so I decided to give it a try. But the loose surface had other plans. The bike just wouldn't find enough grip, and rather than pushing my luck, I turned around and got back onto the main road. My toe was still reminding me of the injury every now and then, and time wasn't exactly on my side. I still hadn't booked a place to stay, and I had to find a hotel, check in, and log in for work later that evening. I had already covered a little over 60 kilometers by now, and with every passing kilometer, Kaza was getting closer. The closer I got to Kaza, the harder it was to believe that I was actually here. For years, Spiti had been one of those places I had only seen in photographs and travel videos, and now I was riding through it on my own motorcycle. Somewhere along the way, another group of riders came past. At least one rider on every bike greeted me with a thumbs up or a wave, and without even thinking, I returned the gesture. As I got closer to Kaza, the roads began to improve, making the final stretch a little more relaxed. But my eyes were hardly on the road alone. Everywhere I looked, the vast mountains, the Spiti River, and the dramatic landscape reminded me that I was finally riding through a place I had dreamed about for years.
This is the way that takes you to Dhankar. I'm skipping Dhankar, heading straight to Kaza on the way. Wow, there's more here. Oh, beautiful, bhai. Another 20 kilometers to Kaza. This day has been the toughest day of this trip so far. The roads have not been good in general from Tabo. Until Tabo it was okay, but after Tabo it's just pathetic. The views are amazing, but the roads are not. So we are just 8 kilometers from Kaza, and यहाँ जाके road अच्छी हुई. So that's about 40 kilometers of pathetic roads from Tabo before Kaza. So here we are, finally, 6th day into the trip, and here I am at Kaza. What a feeling, what a beautiful place. Minus the roads, obviously. Here we are. I just need to go and look for a room now. That's another task.
I found a decent room at the Zivaling Hotel for 1800 per night. Later I strolled through the Kaza market and found the Himalayan Café. A hot chocolate, a cheese omelette sandwich, and those mountain views were the perfect way to end the day. After logging in and finishing my work, I finally called it a night. I had ridden through the Spiti Valley and reached Kaza. I was absolutely living my dream.